All right, let's talk about one of the biggest stories happening in tech right now. We're diving into the massive new funding for Elon Musk's AI company, xAI. And really, what a $20 billion gamble looks like.
Just take a second and look at that number. $20 billion. That is a figure so big it's kind of hard to wrap your head around it. So, what on earth is all that money for?
Yep, that's the brand new war chest for xAI, an investment that basically catapults the company overnight into the absolute top tier of the AI race. This is just a massive, massive bet on Musk's vision for the future of intelligence.
And you gotta love the backstory here. When the first reports came out saying xAI was raising $15 billion, Musk himself just posted a single word on his own platform, X. He just said, false. And you know what? He was right, because the final number was even bigger.
So let's get into the nitty-gritty of this. What do the numbers behind a $20 billion bet actually look like? Let's break it down.
You see, this wasn't just a successful funding round. It was an oversubscribed one. The company went out looking for $15 billion, and they walked away with $20. I mean, that just signals incredible investor demand and a whole lot of confidence in what Musk is building over there.
And of course, with all that new cash comes a frankly staggering new valuation. After this round, xAI is valued at an estimated $24 billion. Now, it's not quite at the level of its biggest rivals yet, but this move instantly makes it one of the most valuable AI startups on the entire planet.
But you have to remember, this money isn't being raised in a vacuum. It's fuel. It's fuel for what has become a super high-stakes AI arms race.
And you can see right here how xAI is stacking up now. Okay, it's still chasing the valuation of a giant like OpenAI, but this funding injection puts it firmly on the map. It's really becoming a three-horse race for the future of AI, and xAI now has the cash to seriously compete.
So who are these power players writing these enormous checks?
Well, the list of investors it's a fascinating mix. You've got the longtime Musk backers, like Valor Equity Partners and Fidelity. You've got major sovereign wealth funds from places like Qatar and Abu Dhabi. And then, and this is maybe the most important part, you have the giants of the tech industry itself.
And this is absolutely crucial. Companies like Nvidia, the guys making the chips that power this whole AI revolution, and Cisco, a leader in network infrastructure, they aren't just investors, they are strategic partners. This gives xAI potential priority access to the exact hardware and infrastructure it needs to scale, which is a huge advantage in an industry where that stuff is hard to come by.
But whenever you have this much money and this much attention, you also get intense scrutiny. And that brings us to the real heart of the xAI story, the incredible promise versus the significant peril.
Which, of course, raises the critical question. With a $24 billion valuation and $20 billion sitting in the bank, what could possibly go wrong? Turns out, quite a lot.
It's like the company is living two completely different realities at the same time. On one side, you have these major wins, like landing a deal with the Department of Defense and using its AI to power prediction markets. Those platforms where people bet on future events. But on the other side, there are serious regulatory probes and a growing environmental backlash.
At the center of all this controversy is the company's main chatbot, Grok. According to the source material, it generated some deeply disturbing and illegal content, which has led to regulatory investigations in several countries. And that is a massive ethical and legal challenge that you just can't throw money at to fix.
And these challenges, they aren't just happening in the digital world either. The actual physical infrastructure needed to power xAI is drawing fire. For example, its huge data center in Memphis relies on natural gas turbines, and that's sparking some serious concerns from local researchers and residents about the impact on their air quality.
So, with all that going on, what is the path forward for this newly supercharged AI giant?
Well, xAI's real ace in the hole is its connection to X. The whole strategy involves a deep, deep integration with the social platform. And what that does is give its AI models access to a live, unfiltered, global fire hose of human conversation. I mean, that is a real-time data source that its competitors can only dream about.
And that leaves us with the ultimate question, doesn't it? xAI has the money, it has the talent, and it has the data. But as it pushes forward, is this $20 billion gamble actually building the future of intelligence? Or is it just creating a whole new set of problems for all of us? I guess that remains to be seen.